Welcome. It's Hillary Hurst and Wicked Wisdoms, Episode 4, April Fools. I'd like to honor, first and foremost, it's a happy Mother's Day, and I'd like to honor all mothers. Every woman's a mother, and most of all, I'd like to honor our great Divine Mother by acknowledging the eminence of the Great Spirit in all her ways, through the East, the South, the West, and the North, through the sentiency of all beings, through the mysteries that we know not of, the spirits we don't see, the spirits we do. I thank you for this opportunity to access the great divine nature, share a little fun, share a little wisdom, and most of all, share a hello with you all. You may say, April Fools? Why April Fools? Because I was approached quite a few weeks ago by my friends saying, hey, maybe you want to create a video that's a little fun, like, bring out your Hillary self. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like April Fools. She said April Fools. Well, in the last 4 weeks, to come up with the notion of fun has been rather stymieing, rather daunting, because as we all know, it hasn't been a very fun time. However, I started really ruminating on the nature of the archetypes, and how when my friend said April Fools, of course, the Fool archetype came up to me, my favorite consort of all times, for the Fool has been with me my whole life. So to give you a little backstory, for those of you who don't know, I can read things through images and the palm. And these things are the stories of life. And these images through the tarot are what we call archetypes. I call them the archetypal language. And the archetypal arcanas, the big major arcanas, are those energies that we all experience. Well, we all experience all of the cards, but these are the ones that come and push us in life. There's 22 of them. The first one is number 0, which is the Great Fool. And the Fool card, first of all, 0 contains every single number there is. So there's no small coincidence that the divine order created the Fool card to contain all the energies. And yet the Fool, when we think about it, conjures up quite a different image than one of being great mastery. When you think of the Fool is always what? An idiot, the moron, the one who, falls down on their ass in front of you, the one who opens their mouth and makes a mistake. And yes, in a certain component, that is what the Fool exhibits. However, the essence of the Fool is one who creates the transcendent state of consciousness between before birth and after death. In other words, the peak experience in which the Fool does not live in any state of fear, but lives in a full state of adventure on their journey. So in order to adventure on our journey, we have to be foolish. We have to be willing to do something we have no idea of the outcome. And we're faced in a time right now where we have no idea of the outcome. So for me, what's being called forth is, oh my God, Fool energy. Now, Fool energy for me has always exhibited my messiness, because I'm so fucking messy. Like, I'm messy, all right? No doubt about it. And that's also my connection to you, because I can say, oops, all the time. And you can go, there's Hillary, she's messy. And that's our connection, because the truth is we're all messy. We poop and we shit and we have all sorts of stuff in us, and we're just messy beings. Hell, our species is messy. Look what we've done. So more on the Fool. In ruminating on this time, I thought, how is the Fool prevalent for this time? The Fool represents to me the child. The Fool is also often considered the innocent child in the archetype, because the child, and this is my great story, this is the reason why I'm doing it now, and I want to thank my dear friend's son, Noah, who is my constant teacher. For Noah represents the quintessence of the Fool. The story goes is that he was walking down the stairs, and he's 3.5, he's almost 4, tripped down a couple of stairs, fell pretty hard. His mother went up to him, hugged him, held him, said, you okay? That must have hurt. And he said, oh, I'm okay, Mom. I was smiling the whole time I was falling. I went, that is the Fool statement. That is exactly the essence of what Fool represents. You're going to be falling. You're going to fall, you're going to fall, you're going to fall. And what does the child do? The child smiles while it falls. It goes, wee! Or my son at 2 years old, when we were on the first airplane flight and we were coming home to Oakland, and it was horrible turbulence, and we were really freaked out. It was a really scary descent. And as we landed, there was this pregnant pause, and you could feel everybody's breath holding. And you could hear out of silence my son going, again! That's the fool. The fool does not consider that the experience has fear. The fool says, this is the experience. This is what's happening. I must fully unfold and become in this experience. So the child, of course, is the greatest teacher, because the child, prior to being traumatized, and mind you, in America, I don't know how many children have accessed the fool. We haven't given them a whole lot of platitude to do that in the last 20 years. Because the 3D world's been filled with so much horror, and the children haven't had a chance to experience their own innocence in the world, their own ability to step in the mud puddle or fall over the cliff. As a matter of fact, most parents won't even let them go outside anymore to experience the rain out of fear that someone might snatch them up. So the fool essence has been actually robbed from us in this culture. When you rob innocence, when you rob that experience of peak experience, when you rob us of that state of consciousness that allows us to go, wow, I'm doing my life as fully as I can, because what else is there to do? Then we become limited, narrow-minded, myopic, scared, oppressed, all the various different obias that we've got going on here. So April Fools for this time, my reflection of being a fool at this time is that, how does this apply to COVID? Well, it also applies to the cosmic joke, because I was thinking, wow, there have been a lot of cosmic jokes here. My big cosmic joke personally is that while I'm undergoing this experience, my heart is actually opening. My womb is opening. I'm feeling like a lover of the world, and I'm saying, okay, great mother, bring me my lady. Bring me the great woman of my dreams. I'm ready to meet her. I've got it going on now. I love myself. I got my fool in me. And newsflash, love in the time of COVID-19. It ain't happening. I mean, it could happen in your dreams, of which I'm very good at, because I've created the monster lover of my life inside here. Cosmic joke, foolish undertaking. I'm going to be wide open for love in a time in which we're limited and we're not even supposed to see each other less than 6 feet away. That, to me, is a foolish consideration. And yet, guess what? I'm doing it anyway, because I'm a foolish lover of the world. Because I'm a fool for you, baby. Because the fool was always my favorite fool. The fool was always my favorite character in Shakespeare. The fool is often the sidekick too, but the Shakespearean fool is the one who's often funny, and you're going to laugh and it's going to make a mess of things. And yet they carry the wisest wisdom. They're the ones who say, hey, here's what's really going on. So, my loveds, my intrepid voyagers during this very dense time, I send energy towards the fool, and specifically towards me, because this cosmic order of bringing up fool energy during this time is effort and work. For me specifically now, I've returned to the front lines. I had the privilege for 6 weeks of not being on the front lines due to an accident. Not my fault, and it was a wonderful blessing from the spirit. But I'm back on the front lines in the psych ward. I'm back in a very, very dense world of carrying really the weight of it all. And for me to carry the fool into that experience is for me to realize this is where I'm at. I got to love and live fiercely in the confines of a place that really represents such pain and sorrow. That's a foolish undertaking. And I know it's time limited, because my own foolishness in me must leap over another edge soon. That's the other thing the fool does. The fool gets to the edge of the cliff and does not worry about falling and knows it's going to fall. It's more excited about, I get to go somewhere else. The fool is not interested in rereading the chapter. The fool is interested in a new chapter. So fool energy is most important during this age of Aquarius time, because we are entering a new dominion. This talk of going back to normalcy, it's like, excuse me? What kind of normalcy do you want to go back to? I'm not really interested in the way the world's been running lately. I find it egregious and horrifying, deeply painful, deeply heart-wrenching. I'm more interested in the foolish construct of a new world, a world where we actually take care of each other, because we're going to have to do that anyway. Newsflash, we will. So why don't we graciously, foolishly enter into this domain with our arms wide open and say, okay, I don't know the outcome. It's not my business to know the outcome. Never was, by the way. It's my business to say, wow, what a foolish time it is to be alive. With dreams, what a foolish time to hold dreams when we feel like we're being constricted so. My loves, no. Dream big and dream on. Because this is one part of the wave. So to those of you who love archetypes or love the idea of archetypes, it's a great time to embrace them, because they are our teachers. They're the higher consciousness teachers that are going to allow you to go, oh, if I embrace this archetype right now, my fool cloak, I know then that I'm willing to take the step. And that's a pretty necessary step right now. We almost have to put on the fool's cloak. We do not know the outcome. Wow. What a mystery. I love you, my friends. I'm going to send you off with a poem of mine, one of my favorite poems by Rumi, because I realize that my caravan is a caravan of great love and adventure, and you're welcome to it. Come, come, whoever you are. Wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. It doesn't matter. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, even if you've broken your vow 1,000 times. Come, yet again come. I love you, my intrepid voyagers. I see you. I hear you. I love you. I send you off with blessings of foolish wisdom, of the fool's heart, of the fool's spirit. May you be kind. May you offer up. And may you have some kind of foolish fun in this wild world that we're living in. Peace.